It is freezing today, so cold, but with the cold and the wind, we've had a really good downfall of rain. We've had, is that right? We've had 8.5 mils so far today. Hopefully we get a little bit more, but 8.5 mils is awesome. Our tanks have got a nice top up. Our veggie patch has had a great water. And we have some warmer days, not hot days, but warmer days this week, so we should have some good growth in the garden too with all this water. So exciting, so happy to have rain again.
Hi guys, we wanted to chat to you tonight about something exciting that's going to be happening for us next week. We're going to be slaughtering three of our lambs. And it will be the first time that we've actually done this with our own meat apart from chickens. And I'm really looking forward to some lamb. Lamb is my favourite meat. And to have it raised here on the farm, that we've been there from birth to death, will be really amazing. And it's beautiful grass-fed lamb. We haven't fed them any grains. We were advised that we should probably fatten them up on grains, but they are pretty fat. So we're pretty happy with that. Excuse my blanket, but it's very cold tonight. And because we've never done this before, we reached out to one of Paul's old friends, and we are flying him out from WA, which is on the other side of Australia. And he is the person who got us interested in homesteading. We had always dreamed of buying a farm and having the farming lifestyle, not necessarily growing our own food or all of our own food, or as much as we could grow of our own food. But he is a person who kind of inspired us to grow heirloom seeds, and he told us what some of the big industries are doing to our food. So it'll be really nice to see him again. It's been over 10 years.
Yep.
It's been about 10.5 years since we've seen him last. So it will be really fun to have him here and have his expertise here. This is something he does very regularly, and it will be nice to have his guiding hand in this. So he's advised us of some things to purchase to make next week's job a little bit easier, and we thought we'd go through those with you. And if he's okay with it, we're going to try and get him on film teaching us and you guys how to slaughter and butcher a lamb. So we won't be doing the slaughtering process. We might explain that. And I probably won't do any of the dressing process because I don't know what YouTube's policy is on that. But we will definitely show you breaking down a lamb and doing it yourself, so you don't have to outsource that, because I think it was going to cost us $70 a lamb to process. Was there a call-out fee as well?
Yeah, 150 I think.
$150 call-out fee. And that's when we got the cow butchered, or our neighbours got the cow butchered and gave us half a steer. So it'll be really nice to learn that. He's also going to walk us through how to do a pig for when that time comes. Maybe we can get him out here again to do pigs at the end of the year.
Cool.
But yeah, we're really looking forward to showing you that journey, because it's going to be a huge step for us in providing our family with the protein from here, right here on the farm.
Exciting. So we're going to start off with a knife I've had for quite a while.
Wait a minute, you need to put your hat on.
Okay. It's not a knife. This is a knife. This one's a skinning knife, so obviously after you've slaughtered the animal, just to get the skin off, and then
Your mate.
my mate said that it's good to have two of them, probably just so you can,
Can you
while
not get that so close to my
one
face?
gets a bit blunter, you can swap to the next one, and one's slightly different shape. So I originally was going to go for the Victorinox knives, but I ended up going for the Dexter Russell knives, or the Dexter knives, because all the other knife sets had the same knife that I already had, and I wanted one a little bit different. So this one's got a little bit more curve in the blade and slightly shorter, so just to mix it up if you need a bit of a different knife for a different feel. And then we've got boning knives. So one's curved and one's narrow and a bit straighter. Obviously just for getting close to the bone and trimming the meat off, and just trimming off little bits of fat, etc. And then there is the butcher's knife, which is again just for dissecting up the meat, trimming more fat off of the lamb, and just generally cleaning up the meat. And then what came with the pack as well was the large steak knife, or cementa knife, I don't know exactly how to pronounce that one. Again, that's just for trimming up meat, cutting through small bones, and just dicing up the large steaks and larger pieces of meat. Also came with a good quality steel, which you always need to sharpen your knives. I've already got the a sharpening stone, so we also needed one of those just to keep those knives sharp, because it's actually more dangerous to have a blunt knife than it is to have a sharp knife, because you're digging a bit harder and pressing a bit harder, and that's when you can make mistakes.
Are you going to get a chain glove?
I haven't decided yet.
Probably should. I'd probably, if I was going to be chopping, I'd probably feel happier wearing one of those personally.
Yeah, we'll see. Then also got a gambrel. This one's just for hanging the animal while you're pulling the skin off or doing the gutting, etc. This one may even be a slight bit big. I think it was more for a deer, but the rest of them were almost too small. So we'll see how this one goes. If it's the wrong size, and we can possibly even just use the other hooks that I got. I just got hooks for hanging legs of lamb, or when we do hams or whatever other pieces of meat, or even salamis and stuff, we're going to hang with the hooks. I got, I think it was 12 hooks, just different pieces of meat.
What sizes were they?
I think these ones were the 8-inch, 160mm by 16mm thick steel. And then a couple of pulleys, so one goes to the ceiling and one goes below. It's going to be a double line pull, so it's got the 2 pulleys on it. Just makes it a lot easier hoisting the meat up, makes it quicker, and yeah, just saves you back having to hoist it up into the air.
Also getting the bandsaw for slicing up the chops and stuff.
Yep.
And we've got the cool room already. We've got a cool room here. We'll show you that when the time comes. We've still got to clean that out and make sure it's all hygienic. But we've got our own cool room to hang our meats, so it's pretty cool. What else? So we are not using a rifle to do this. We would like to use a rifle, but we haven't gotten around to getting our gun license yet. Here in Australia you have to apply and do a course and lots of fun things to own a firearm. So we are doing this with a knife, which our friend knows how to do. He's done it before, so he'll be showing us the right way to be doing it that way. And then we have 2 techniques to be able to dispatch a lamb for future. So it will be good to learn both methods.
I think it's something handy to know to be able to do it properly as well. There's some reason the gun wasn't working, or if you're out somewhere and you had to put an animal down that you didn't have a gun with you, that you'd be able to do it humanely and not just cause injury. So
yeah, if you hit a roo on the road and just needed to kind of finish it off.
Yep. So exciting. Can't wait to get some lamb in the freezer.
Yeah.
Or in the pan.
Yep. But thanks for watching, guys. And we hope to see you guys, well, tomorrow, but we'll also hope to see you guys next week when we are in the thick of processing our own lamb.
Brilliant.